Solving rational equations. 34.3. Okay, our first problem here is going to be a fraction plus another fraction equals a fraction minus another fraction. Our numerators are 3, 1, 3, and 5. And the denominators will be 8, 4x, 2, and x. Alright, so our first goal is to get a common denominator with all of these. So let's rewrite our problem here and see if we come up with these common denominators. Oh, our numerators are still going to be 3, 1, 3, and 5. Okay, so for the denominators, we have an 8, 4, 2, and an understood 1. So let's see if we can find these common multiple. Okay, 8, 4, 2, and the 1 we won't worry about. So the 8 time tables will be 8, 16, 24, 4 time tables will be 4, 8. Oh, I already found that right there. The 8s are matching. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. And so, okay. So our LCD would be 8. So we have 8 here, 8, 8, and 8. Okay, now let's see. Now the x's, we have x to the first power here, x to the first power here. So the highest amount of x's is just x to the first power. So everybody will get an x to the first power. All right, now let's find out what's additional in the denominator that we'll add to the numerator. Here we have 8. Here we have 8x. What's additional from here to here is an additional x. So we'll put an additional x in the numerator. Now here we have a 4x and here we have an 8x. What's additional from the 4x to the 8x is there's an extra multiplying by 2. So let's put an extra multiplying by 2 here. Here we go from a 2 to an 8x. What's additional from the 2 to the 8x? There's additional 4 and an x multiplying. So the 2 has been multiplied by 4 and an x to go from 2 to an 8 and an x. So again, times 4. And then there's an additional x, so we'll put additional x there. All right, so here we went from 1x to an 8x. So the multiplication difference between here and here, where this is only multiplying by 1, this is multiplying by 8, this is multiplying by additional 8. So we'll multiply by additional 8 in the numerator. Okay, so now let's basically collect all our numerators. 3x here plus 1 times 2, which is 2, L equal. 3 times 4x will give us 12x and minus. And 5 times 8 will give us 40. Okay, so there's nothing to collect on both sides, so we're basically going to see if we can get our x's all on one side. I have 3x's over here, 12x's over here. We're going to get rid of the smaller number of x's, which is the 3x, so we can get rid of that guy right there. So minus 3x. And then what we do on one side, you do on the other side. So minus 3x. This cancels out, and the 2 drops down, equals. These two combined, it gives us a 9x, and then the minus 40 comes down. Okay, now from here, we want to isolate x, so we need to get rid of the subtracting 40 and the multiplying 9. So to get rid of the subtracting 40, we're going to add 40 to both sides. And what we get is a 42 equals 9x. Now we're going to take the 42 equals 9x and we're going to divide both sides by 9 in order to get x by itself. So divide by 9 here, divide by 9 there. And we do get x by itself. These cancel. And we get 42 over 9. Now, I can simplify 42 over 9 by dividing everything by 3. This can be divided by 3, this can be divided by 3, and this simplifies to, let's see, 3 goes into 4 1 time, 3 goes into 12 4 times, 3 goes into 9 3 times. Okay, so it simplifies to a 14 over 3. All right, So next one, number 6. What we have is a fraction minus a fraction equals a fraction minus a fraction. Our numerators are 5, 1, 3, and 1. Our denominators are 3x, 6x, 2, and 3. All right, so now we're going to set up everything again. Fraction minus fraction equals fraction minus fraction. And same numerators. We'll have the 5, the 1, the 2, and the 1. But now we're going to get a common denominator. So we can get the same denominator on each of these. So we have a 3, 6, 2, and 3. So 3, 6, 2, and another 3. So, but we already got 3. So let's say 3, 6, 9, 12, 6, 12, 18, and 24. And already I'm getting a match here. Okay, so 2, 2, 4, 6. All right, so I got matches there. It's 6. So I'll put 6 here, 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 and there. Now the maximum amount of x's, I have 1x there, 1x there, so the max x's will be 1x. So we'll put an x in all of these. So now we got common denominators. Now let's see what the differences are between the denominators here and here. So this is a 3x, but this is a 6x. So what's additional is that this has been multiplied by an additional 2, or this has been multiplied by additional 2. So we'll multiply the numerator by additional 2. Here, 6x to 6x, there's no changes, so we'll just move on. From a 2 to a 6x, this definitely has been multiplied by 3. But we have 2 here and an x there, so it also has been multiplied by a single x. So we'll put a single x there. Here, we went from a 3 to a 6, so it's been multiplied by 2 to go from a 3 to a 6. So we'll put additional 2 here. And also, there was no x here, and now there's an x, so it definitely has been multiplied by an x. So let's put that there. All right, now let's find out what our numerators are. We have 5 times 2, that's 10, minus 1 equals 3 times 2x will be a 6x, and the minus, and 1 times 2x will be 2x. Now, we can collect terms on both sides. We have a 10 minus 1. Those two terms can be combined to become a 9. And we do have like terms here. We have a 6x and a negative 2x. Those can be combined to become a 4x. Now, we want to solve for x, so we will divide everything by 4. Let's see here. Dividing by 4 here, divided by 4 there. And that will get rid of the 4's here. And we'll get an x. And this will be 9 over 4. And that's our solution.